quite strong at 97. I don't know why. I think I'm doing pretty well now at 103.
Now, when did you go up to Alaska in Canada? Because that wasn't very long ago.
No, that was about 1996. That was interesting. These little railroads up there that hauled metals, ores, from the mines on the Yukon River. And that is put aboard a boat, brought up to Whitehorse, put aboard the train and over to Skagway, because Skagway is the only place on that shore where the water is deep enough to float any sort of boat. And so I was up there. I stayed in, what was it they called it? The High Country Inn.
Okay.
Yeah. And they took me in, and I stayed there. Then I got aboard the train, went over to Skagway. That was built in 1898 when they had in Alaska on the Yukon River, they struck gold, and they built boats to haul the ore out, and they've been going ever since. I was real pleased and didn't expect it. When I got back to the hotel, someone came in and said, "You want to go with us? We're going down and get a load of ore." I said, "Oh yeah, it'd be fun." So we did. We went down the Yukon River. Oh, I don't know how many miles, probably 50 or so. Picked up a load of zinc ore and hauled it back up. And they let me steer the boat. I was scared all the time because the Yukon's a big river, a lot of rocks in it. And they said, "Oh, don't be frightened. This old boat can take it." And I guess it could with me steering it. I was kind of glad when the captain took over. But we went down to the railroad station, and it was good. In fact, they gave me a hat, I think, the way I forgot to bring it. Yeah.
Well, it's quite an adventure for someone in their 90s to drive up there and do that.
Well, I went by train.
Right, still.
Sometimes I could be quite lucky, and other times no luck at all. Mm-hmm. I always said, if I don't have bad luck, I have no luck at all. But anyway, that's what we did. Mm-hmm. That was a luxury train that goes from Montreal right across Canada.
Across Canada.
Yeah.
And you went by yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember what your first, we talked a little bit the other day about how things must be different here today than they were when you were a boy. Do you remember what when your family got a car for the first time?
Well, I was the first one that got a car for the first time from a Model T Ford. I paid $15 for it.
But how long did you have to work to get that $15? Like how many? That's a lot of work to get $15.
I haven't any idea.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of money then.
Yeah, that was quite a lot of money.
What year was that roughly?
Oh, that must have been about 1922, because I used it to go back and forth to school. I graduated from Oxford High School in 1924. Yeah.
And so you use the car to get back to General Electric,
Yeah, yeah,
to school and back?
yeah, the last year or so.
Did you have electricity as a youngster at home or no?
Everybody around that, and I can't speak for the surrounding town, but Central Maine Power did a big job putting electric lines around.
And that was 27, you said, right?
Yes,
1927.
27. I'll tell you something funny. I bought a timber lot on Route 121, and put some fellas in to cut the timber, and then we'd haul it out. And I told them, when you come near the road there, where the electric line is, you leave those trees. We'll take a tractor and a winch, put it on them, then we'll be sure. Oh, they said, that's all right, we can follow. The first one they fell, and old backwards knocked down more than a mile of electric line. Well, I was quite upset about it. They sent me a bill for, I think it was something like $1,200, and that was quite a lot of money.
Did you have a question?
Yeah, did you need a license to drive your car?
Now, a license to drive a car.
Yeah, did you need one?
Yeah. We didn't have to have a license until I was 16. It cost 25 cents. And I got a license then. That's a year. Get one every year. And I drove a car all the time until I was 1,000, wait a minute, I'm not that old, 102. And I took it to have it inspected. And they said, no, we can't inspect that. So I gave it up. And somebody said, you go buy another one. They wouldn't. I said, look, you and I think different. You're probably 40 and I'm 102. I think man be a fool to go buy an automobile at 102 years old. So that was that. That was the end of that.
And that's when you started walking all over Casco, right? That's when
Yeah.
you walk all over downtown Casco.
Yep.
You didn't walk before you had the car.
Well, I come up here to a doctor. It's that doctor's group in the Ripley building. And I have what I call a good doctor. It's Dr. Nolan.
That's my doctor. He's a good man.
He is, really.
I like him a lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I had something on my cheek. You can't see what it is, but I didn't like it. And I went to see him, and he said, oh, I got to get right at that. You can't see where it was.
Took it right off, yeah.
I'll see you
He
think.
said it was staph of cancer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But he had something put on there, and my soul didn't hurt for probably 10 seconds. Yeah.
But
But you
did
can
doc-
see
did-
now.
Did the doctor that was the one that told you to walk every day? Was it Dr. Nolan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's a good doctor. Yeah.
But Mr. Dyer walks all around Casco Village twice a day, and that's how I met him.
I was kind of wondering what, like, one of the main, like, major differences is between, like, when you were a kid and now.
How is it so different when you were a kid than now? Like, what did you do for fun when you were a kid?
Oh, let me tell you something.